click is ETG. Eat the goose. Eat the goose. Yeah,
Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
Don't shoot. Which I need some proof. Just watch my videos, man.
Video and then,
2 racks a
just
week.
showing all your 2,500. I said, okay. All right, that's me with that.
68 hours, so it was $2,075.60.
I work like 70, I don't remember, like 73, 74 hours. I made like 3,400, close to 3,500.
I made $2,001.
62 hours, and I had 2,400.
Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have another winner of the 2 racks a week challenge, man. Here we have my there you go. You see the 2 racks. Here we have my guy Pooh. I'm pronouncing it right. Am I?
Pooh, yep, that's right.
You know, let them know which market you driving in. You've seen the 2 racks a week already, and which platform you mainly drive on.
Yeah, man. So I drive out of Boston, Massachusetts, the big city in Boston. I live in the South Shore area. That's where I'm at in the East Coast, and I mainly do Uber, and I toggle back and forth with Lyft as well too.
All right, not too shabby, man. So go ahead, show him. I could show him my damn self. Since he already showed him, I'm definitely gonna show him on my end just because we could both show him. You could keep yours up.
Yeah, that's 2 racks right there.
I'll put it up on here as well, and let it focus. Bam. So you see it right there.
Yep.
62 hours, 43 minutes, $2,002, 122 trips. Not too shabby. So congratulations once again, 2 racks a week in Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah, I haven't been seeing, Boston in a while, man. I think the last time I had somebody on for Boston was maybe 2022. So shout out to the Boston area, Boston market, man. No pun intended, Boston market. But yeah, so just to give the audience, a quick background. Let them know exactly how you got into driving Uber and Lyft, and what were you doing before prior to driving?
So I got into driving full time for Uber. I lost my job during the pandemic.
Okay.
A year later, where jobs weren't very well. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna work for myself, and I started doing Uber, and I pushed myself. Came across you, making 3 racks a week, and I love your content, and I appreciate you, that's pretty much how I got started. And before, I was making less than 1,000, 1,200, 1,300, and I'm like, man, how's Ronnie doing 2 racks a week? And tapping into your content, talking about mindset and mental fortitude. And it's really going the extra mile, man. Yep. And it's basic math,
Mm-hmm.
If you go $30 an hour, do it 10 hours, that's $300 a day.
Yeah.
7 days a week. It's very simple. And yeah, man, that's how, it's like, I ran the numbers, but I also did research and found you, and it just it solidified, oh man, this is for real.
Yeah. Well, shout out to you for, doing the research and actually, wanted to make the changes. A lot of people struggle with that, or they would just simply, hey, I don't know, it's weird because if I was, seeking, earning input, new earning potential, driving Uber and Lyft, and I see somebody make $2,000, I'd be like, damn, how are they doing that? I wouldn't go to hate, but unfortunately, that's what most people do, and they try to discredit you. So shout out to you for going out there and achieving it. But prior, to even switching over to driving Uber and Lyft, doing it full time, what was your job before? Did you say you got laid off? What were you doing?
Yeah, I was working in the office.
Okay.
For a family business, just selling parts for business industrial goods,
Okay.
electrical products. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right. Nice.
that's what I was doing before. Yep.
All right. Nice. And if you don't mind sharing with the audience, how much were you making weekly or bi-weekly doing that job?
Definitely less than 900, less than 800.
A week or
Uh,
bi-weekly?
weekly,
Okay. So
about
let's.
800-900 a week. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but
So doing
okay.
doing Uber, double your income. You can even triple your income.
Yeah, man, I say it all the time. You know, people they just think I'm full of shit, but you know, if you do the numbers and you run the math, you could definitely 2x, 3x. You know, sometimes 4x if you make it, you know, $600 weekly. Because a lot of people, you know, they say, "Oh, I was making, you know, like $1,200 bi-weekly." That seemed like that's like the sweet spot. And you switched over to doing this, and bam, now look at you, 2 racks a week.
Mhm.
What were your other like once you got laid off? You know, talk about that transition. Like, were you considering doing any other type of work, or you just automatically knew like, fuck it, I'll just drive Uber and Lyft?
Definitely. I want. I got my real estate license during
Okay,
that time while I was doing Uber and Lyft.
okay,
I was studying, and then driving at the same time. And yeah, that's how I got my got to next level.
okay.
To get into my own endeavors down
Hmm.
the line. Uber is just a vehicle for you to get to the next level,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
absolutely.
yep, yep. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What did you say?
No, no, no. I was just agreeing with you, and it is, it's like a stepping stone, to get to the next point. People, you'll be surprised how much money that you can make from doing this, even if it's part time. Man, if you take it serious and you actually, develop some type of structure, you could definitely increase your earning potential. I know you had mentioned that you were, making like 1,000, maybe 1,200 weekly. Talk about some of the changes that you had to make, to pretty much 2x that. If you're making 1,000 and you go to 2,000, like what did you do to double your income?
Great question. So in Boston, there's a lot of traffic going on lately.
Okay.
So for me to hit my 2 racks, I was doing the evening shift,
Hmm.
midnight, overnight, like bars close at 2, and then I get a little bit of the morning.
Okay.
So evening, midnight, bars close, and then a little bit in the morning, and that's where all the money's at. No traffic. I'm flying all over the streets. I'm swerving. I'm earning. That's where it's at, and that's how I was able to pull it off.
Okay, nice. So you pretty much developed a new like structure as far as what times you were starting. What time did you start before?
Before I did start in the morning, but I started around like maybe like 7 in the
Okay.
morning. But then when I got around lunchtime, noon to 3, it's quite slow, and that's when traffic starts, and it's that you I wouldn't want to be in the city, and there's not much business in the suburbs. There's definitely business, but that's where I would
Yeah.
be at
Okay. All right.
during those
Nice.
times. Yeah, man, and the more I'm out there, the more I develop the strategy. The first key is accept every single trip just to gauge
Glad you
how it
said that.
works.
Hmm.
And then once you earn the right metrics and numbers, then you'll be able to cherry pick what you want. Uh,
Exactly.
yep,
Man,
yep.
I'm happy that you mentioned that because I say the exact same thing, and a lot of people ask me like in my comments or when I do live streams, do you accept $10 rides? Do you accept $6 rides? What type of rides do you accept? I'm like, look, man, y'all have to consider. I'm literally approaching 30,000. No. I'm approaching 40,000 trips. Hold on, I can't remember. No, 30,000. Excuse me. I'm approaching 30,000 trips. No, I think
Sick,
40,000. I'm sorry.
sick.
I'm sorry. I'm getting close to 40,000. My bad. My apologies. So you
Wow.
have to consider that I have experience. So I could be, more selective of what trips I take because I have experience and I know what I may potentially get. But like you said, if you're new and you're trying to figure out, like get the feel for things, get the flow of how your market is going to be, man, just accept everything and have a good time.
Yep.
And eventually in the process, you will learn what rides to accept and what rides not to accept. If you're a new driver, you watching all this content, you're trying to develop a strategy. It could be it could be overwhelming for a lot of people. A lot of people they worry about trying to decline this trip. Oh, I've seen this person. They don't decline trips $6 or $10 less. So I'm gonna wait and wait and wait. And in reality, what ends up happening is you end up making less money. So just go out there, get a feel for things. The money gonna be there. Don't rush the process. You want to learn, man. So I definitely agree with you there.
Yeah, absolutely. And also in the Uber app and the Lyft, I turn on my Lyft app too and look at
Okay.
all the data, look at all the airports events. Same with Uber. Look at your map. All the heat map that gives you all the strategies. And oh, okay, it's busy over here. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna position, know when to take reservations, know when not to. And just to optimize your money. There's a time where I had a long trip straight up to from Boston all the way up to New Hampshire.
Okay.
Out of state, it was $60, but most people wouldn't even take it. And the passenger's like, oh, everybody cancels. I got like 10 cancels. I'm like, it's okay. I love long rides. Let's do it. All the way to New Hampshire. Uber sent me another one from New Hampshire back to Boston. I made over it was like $60+ in an hour, $1 a minute.
Yep, not too shabby, man. And oftentimes I get those rides too. Sometimes people, oh man, I'm so happy, so thankful that you picked me up. People kept declining, or I was just waiting because nobody want to go far. And that's the interesting thing about this, because you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Man, people they get out there, they want the long rides. Oh, it's too long, I don't want to take it, so they don't take it. Then they get the short rides. Oh, it's too short, I don't want to take it. It's not enough money. It's not worth it. So it's like people are never happy, man. You can never make most drivers happy. But I'm glad, that you are prospering and that you're figuring it out and you actually, enjoying this. Besides, like your certain strategies for your market, talk about, some like the mental hacks or how your character growth, from doing this. Because I truly believe if people want to make money, they have to, readapt their mindset and, start to think differently, not only about like driving, but about themselves. Like, what are some of the things that you've done differently to even, pretty much double? That's a lot, going 1,000 to 2,000.
Definitely. It's going to be a long day. Expect 9, 10, 12-hour days. Break it up into 2.5 to 3 hours. Every 3 hours, get it out of the car, get your body moving, because you've been sitting there sedentary all day. So get out of the car, go to a cafe, go read a little bit for like 10, 15 minutes. One of your strategies, I hop out of the car, I start doing push-ups. People think I'm crazy, but I'm like, yo, I'm out here in the streets doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's great because you get your gym in. You get your gym in, you feel healthy, all that blood flows going to your brain, you're feeling good again. And sometimes I bring books or I do phone calls on my break time. And after 3 hours, I'm back to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, you mentioned some that people more than likely latch on. Once you said, get comfortable with doing long days is going to be, 9, 10 hours plus. A lot of people may hear that and they may intimidate them. Like, damn, that's a lot of hours. I don't want to do this. It's not worth it.
Yep.
What about per mile this? Like, how are you, like, what makes you so comfortable with being willing to drive 9, 10 plus
mentally
hours?
I tap in, I'm like, you know what, I don't want to be broke. I want to make money, and the way I think, it's like, you know what, we only have one life. We're only going to be here for, eventually there's gonna be a point where I don't have to do Uber anymore, and I might miss it. So appreciate what you have. Driving is a privilege. It's like, okay, if you're not happy, then go back and work for somebody else and have your manager, tell you to come in and have your own schedule and do whatever. But doing Uber, it's a business. Run it as a business. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to, take it serious and take yourself serious. And
Facts.
I truly believe, well, I don't believe, I know for a fact that most people aren't comfortable with, driving that many hours because they have no long-term goal or vision for themselves.
Mm.
Just think about it. If you transition, from a 9 to 5 and driving Uber or Lyft, and it's like you under the mindset where either you gonna work anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, and that's it. Once you hit
Hmm.
the 8 hour mark, like, okay, I'm used to doing this. I'm
Yep.
not doing no more. So
Yep.
it's like now, since you're driving, it's like what is going to fuel you, to want to, go the extra mile and put some work in and to achieve your goals. And you have to have a vision for your life. It's like okay, I'm thankful I get to drive. I can make, 2 racks a week or more. Now, what I want to do long term, you have to start thinking long term. Because if you're only thinking in the terms of, oh well, the money, nah, it's not gonna work because at some point it's gonna get boring. Like the money's not good enough. Like you have to feel alive. You have to feel good about yourself. In the process, you have to be striving something that fits your interest. And that involves you building something and achieving something for your own personal joy. And that's how you're able to overcome, those 8, 9, 10 hour days. And it's just like, whatever, man. I got a goal. I got something I'm striving for. Would you agree with that? Or what are your thoughts?
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And my goal is to keep making 2 racks a week. In 6 months, have that 12 racks. Take that 12 racks and invest it into a property.
Okay.
Investment. Multiply your money. Because there's not a lot of jobs out there that can make 2, 3 racks.
Right.
And there's opportunity, and at the same time you get to meet other people, and everybody got something. You
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
so smart to them, you're cherry picking everybody, and you're learning. I'm always asking questions, always. Anyone that hops in my ride, I'm high vibrations right out of the gate. Hey, what's going on? How's your
Yeah.
day going? And I love it when people tell me that they have a good day. I'm so happy for them. And there are people who are downers, but hey, like I'm here to pick you up too. Like,
Mhm.
that's what I
Yeah.
do.
Man, absolutely. See, like you found a way to enjoy it, and that's where having a major
Facts.
vision. Because if you have a vision, something that's beyond driving, it'll just become enjoyable. Like, look, man, I'm just having fun with it. I'm making 2, 3 racks. I got a plan. Like, let's just do it. Let's have fun, man. I'm seeking the benefits. And another thing, whatever you focus on, you will get. Meaning, if you focus on all the negativity and what you're trying to get per ride, you trying to sit up here and calculate your expense per every trip. You turn
Yeah.
back around and ask your pet, how much you getting paid for this ride? Oh, well, you're only paying me this amount of dollars. As if
Right.
they supposed to feel sorry. They don't give a fuck. I got places to go, man. Like it's not
Facts.
a pity part. Just take me to where I have to go. So
Mm-hmm.
man, don't focus on none of that because at the end of the day, none of that really matters. Your ultimate long term goal is what matters, and you just using Uber and Lyft as leverage. It's
Absolutely.
really that simple. I don't know why people, make it so difficult, man.
Mm-hmm.
And
Big facts, man.
yeah, how many trips total do you have on both platforms, like
Whole
combined?
platform. I have about coming close to 4,000.
Okay, nice,
Four
nice.
thousand. Yeah, yeah. So I'm still grasshopper.
No, that's pretty good, especially because you said during the pandemic. So yeah, that's damn good. So
Mm.
man, so that's enough trips for you to pick people up who used to drive, or maybe some passengers. Like, oh, I had a friend or my son or this person I know used to
Mhm.
drive, and they didn't have a good experience. What are some of the things that like the myths or misconceptions that you hear about, Uber and Lyft drivers?
Myths and conceptions. Hmm. That's a great question. I gotta think about this one.
For instance, I'll give you one. Oh, they don't care about the drivers. Uh, it's low pay. You can't make money doing this.
Oh,
all the all the
yeah, it's like
maintenance
the
concerns.
people get discouraged with the $5 trips and $6 trips, you know? Take a few and there will be better trips. You're just in the wrong area. You got to know where the good towns are at and be in the urban area. And yeah, and Uber have plenty of benefits. Personal injury insurance, you got your Costco, you got discounts on 7-Eleven, health insurance discounts like Rosetta Stone. Like you can learn a new language. It's pretty decent benefits on the platform, and it's legit. So I don't know what everyone's talking about. They're just making a bunch of excuses.
Yeah, like I said earlier, whatever they focus on, that's the results they're gonna get.
Exactly.
If you focus on all the negativity, you will find it. You focus on positive outcomes and positive things, that's what you will get. You will find the positivity and stuff. And it's really that simple.
Yep.
And it's definitely a lot of benefits. And I'm not even gonna say like the benefits as far as like the little, trinkets that, the platforms offers. I'm talking about stuff beyond that. It's like, okay, a lot of people become arrogant doing this. And the reason why I say that is, okay, I've talked to enough people to understand once they make 2 racks a week, a lot of them come from a job where they're making anywhere from 600, we'll say anywhere from 500 to like 1,200 weekly, anywhere in that range. Now you could pretty much anywhere from 2 to 4 exit. And if you, let's say you used to getting paid $16 an hour, man, you do $3-5 trips in an hour, you pretty much like, what's the difference?
Yep. And the other thing too, it's like if it's low trips, how's your customer service? There's rides where people tip me $10, $20. New Year's, $100.
Yep.
How's your customer service? That's the extra money that like you make money from yapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mouthpiece. Exactly.
Upselling.
Yeah, I just got a lady tip me $25 in cash, and she
wow, look at that. See?
She's like, and she prayed for me. We got out the car. She grabbed my hand. She called me the wrong name. She called me George. Hey, whatever. I don't care. I'll be George. Whatever.
Bro, that's a blessing, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So
that's awesome.
So it is a lot of benefits if you, like I said, if you actually look for them. But people it's like they want to be part of an echo chamber. They want to be part of a community, have some type of identity, but they're focused on the wrong identity. The identity that most people focus on is the identity of a loser. Loser mindset. They want to be in a community where people just complain, but we ain't got time to complain, man, because at the end of the day, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, you trying to get a property and you don't have time to be complaining what Uber and Lyft doing. Fuck that. How's that going to help you get the property?
Exactly. Yeah. You're right on, man. And it comes back to mindset. Definitely the mental fortitude to push through. This is a business, and people aren't ready to run a business. That's what it is. Nope. And they're just complaining and whining.
Right. Yeah. And always also think about like certain like restaurants and stuff, man. Even for this like super slow, a lot of them, they will just stay open. Like business must continue. Like, stay open, see what you get, and try to figure out ways to make more money and bring customers in. And that's what you have to do. Keep fighting. Or you could go back to a job. Nobody's forcing you. I mean, maybe it's not for you, and that's fine. But you could go back to doing the job. I don't get it.
Yeah, and I've met other Uber drivers too. Like, some people were slinging like socks. People were selling like products out of their trunk. I've talked to these Nigerian guys in the airport. Okay. They come from a different country. They're immigrants. I've seen their numbers. It's outrageous. They fucking grind. They understand the opportunity that we have in America.
Talk about it.
Yeah, man, the immigrant mindset, man, and that's why when people say, "Oh, I used to do Uber, I used to do this and that, and Lyft and DoorDash, and it sucks," I'm like, "Well, it sucks because you suck."
Exactly, and that's the point I'm at, man. But okay, it sucks because you suck, and that's why like every time somebody have a gripe, I'm like, man, okay, fine, you can have an opinion, But let me ask you to do one thing. Show us your earnings, man. You know, go to your app and go to earnings, and we'll see how much effort you put in this particular week. And at that point, that's when they start beatbox. Then they don't want to show you because they know they full of shit, man. They know they full of shit. And you made a good point. You know, take the immigrant mindset, because people come out here from different parts of the world and they, you know, they know America has a lot of opportunity and they grind. But if you're born and raised in America, you take it for granted, man. You could live in another country, third world country, where wages are very low, and you end up working more for less, and you think you a slave now, and when you really not. Like, it's just it's comical to me, you know. It's very funny. So I know next week would be like Valentine's Day. So it's a talk going around, talk about people. You're gonna protest, whatever, I guess, you know, so drivers could get higher wages. Do you have any thoughts or opinions about that? What do you think?
For next week, Valentine's Day?
Or just
Yeah,
or just striking in general, like Uber and Lyft drivers striking in general, or protesting.
that I haven't looked much into it because I'm busy making money on the
Okay.
app. To be honest,
That's a good point.
yeah. You know, it's these companies, they send us customers, you know, and riders. It's I'm just a peanut.
Yeah.
You know, so I really don't have much of an opinion on that.
Okay.
But I hope it goes well for us.
Oh, hey, absolutely. Like, I mean, if we
No,
get higher wages, oh shit, cool. Thank you. Shout out to y'all for protesting. I'm not gonna complain if that's what y'all want
for
to
sure,
do.
absolutely.
But if we don't, cool. I'm I'm good either way, man.
Right.
Because the long term goal is, you know, the most important thing. That's just in life, man. Because even if you couldn't drive, what will your goals be? You know, so I don't think, you know, higher wages will solve the problem and the issues of 99% of the drivers, because nobody, if they could be honest with themselves, nobody planning on making this trying to retire a driver. Like, come on now, just
Hmm.
using it to point A to point B.
Exactly.
You know, we trying
Exactly.
to create a real bag.
Exactly. Doing Uber is to get into the vehicle, to get to your bigger vehicle. You
Yeah.
know, that's
Mm-hmm.
what it really is. And Ronnie, you know, so much respect. The way you run your business, man. If you're doing 40,000 trips, you're doing these, putting these numbers, you're doing 70, 80 hours a week. There's no difference from you putting it into a whole other industry.
Yeah.
I have full faith and no doubt that you'll be successful in anything.
Yeah. Exactly. Thank
Honestly,
you.
it's just time.
Yeah, and that's the ultimate point. It's like you training yourself to
Hmm.
overcome, you know, that fear, that doubt, that uncertainty. Everybody deals with it. Even I deal with it from time, but I just keep going, you know,
Yeah.
because it's like you don't know, you can't look into the future to see how it's going to turn out. So the only thing you really can do is have faith and, you know, continue to action and continue to learn and grow. So if you, like the people, I don't want to work that many hours. I'd rather just work 20, 30 hours, but how are you growing? You're not
Yep.
growing from doing that. You selling yourself short and you wasting time,
Hmm.
because what's going to happen is those bills going to continue to pile up. And if you're not driving, you know, 20, 30 hours, then you try to go back out there and drive, that's when all the shit happens. Your car start to mess up and you ain't got the money. Then you start making complaints and excuses. Then what you going to do? Blame Uber and Lyft? Nah, that's how the world works, man. You got to remain in action and continue to take action. And, you know, that's why, you know, I try to implement these daily disciplines as often as possible, working, you know, 60, 70 hours. It's not even for like the company, it's for my,
Hmm.
my growth, because I'm gonna get to the point where I don't have to spend 60, 70 hours on the app. I could
Hmm.
do other stuff and make money faster and spend less time.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
what people don't understand. You in the building process right now. You building your dream, so you don't have to do it later on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's not even about Uber. You know, it's you know, it's about building that mental fortitude. You know,
Mhm.
like we talked about again, and and it comes to a point where in success we have to bite the bullet. So hey,
Yeah.
we got to go through the ringer. We got to go through this to get this bag, so then we can build our other business and have systems and scale even more. You know,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
and I heard from some of your videos. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to do marketing. You know, doing an amazing job with YouTube. You know, like you're 10xing your channel. So it's like, yo, man, you're at the point where you're gonna woo. You know, and I see
Yeah,
it. I
man.
see it coming, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Mm.
You know, that pretty much bring us, you know, to like the next question. Like, why do you think this challenge is so important?
This challenge is so important. It's it put me in a dark place mentally
Okay.
that I've never been. And after 2 racks, I'm like, after like, 63 hours, I'm like, you know what, I can do this again. It's easy. Let's go for 80. Let's go for 70. It's yeah, it's good pressure. And once you get the flow of it, it's like, yo, it's nothing. It's like people out here
Yeah.
complaining about 20, 30 hours. I'm over here doing double your hours and you're complaining.
Yeah, man. Like, and that's the point, you know, because a lot of people, I'm not sure if you thought like this, like before you drove, let's say, because right here in the screenshot it was like 62 hours before you put that much work in. Well, was it like, damn, that's kind of a lot of hours until you actually did it and then you hit 2 racks. You like, hold up, this was not as difficult as I thought it was. Did you think it would be this easy?
Absolutely.
Or you thought it'd be much harder?
Definitely. It seems intimidating at first, but once you pass it, you're like, all right, I got mental stamina now.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. That's the importance of the mentality. Now I can carry this mindset onto the next business or onto whatever you want to do.
Oh, absolutely.
Ronnie Speed style.
Yeah, man. Like people treat it like the boogeyman or something. Oh my God, so many hours. Until you just really break it down piece by piece. You know, don't overwhelm yourself with the hours. You know, just start, okay, you got 7 days. Like if you were to do, let's say 60 hours in 7 days, let's take out the calculator since the nerds like that. 60 divided by 7. That'll be 8.5 hours. You know, 8.5 hours every day would get you 60 hours. So let's say you did 9. Let's just round up to 9 times 7. That's 63 hours. So by 9 hours, okay, how can you do 9 hours? Let's say you start early. Let's say you wake up like around 5, let's say 5 a.m. You start at 6. Man, you could be done with your day by 4 p.m. By 4 p.m., you could have a whole day done. 9 hours. And so it's really that simple. So a lot of people, it's not Uber and Lyft that's the problem. It's your structure.
Facts.
Yep. And like I said, man, it's a lot of ways, you know, to skin a cat and to, you know, get the hours in. Cause like you said, man, you start at night, you get the bar and club run, it's no traffic. So you getting in, you moving and grooving, you ain't gotta worry about, you know, being delayed. You getting the trips
Absolutely.
out quick.
Absolutely. And in Boston, I've noticed there's less drivers doing overnight. Some people are scared, but you know, it's like, it's whatever. It's like I'm ready for anything, you know. So it's cool, man. And that's where the business is at too. It's like, all right, if all these Uber drivers everyone's in the morning in the airport, all right, I might not get that much good business, all right, but there's no one doing overnight. I'm doing overnight. You get, you know, if the crowd's going this way, you're going the other way.
That's a good point.
Sometimes you gotta do that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know if I've ever heard somebody say it like that, but yeah, that is a very valid point because if everybody trying to avoid, you know, the nighttime rush, or deal with drunk people and they don't want to bother it. He's like, hey, I'm cool with it. Like, come on, and you can position yourself in the market to execute on those rides because it's probably not as many drivers out there, you know. So yeah, I agree with that, man.
And to piggyback too, like make sure your car is clean. Like my car seats, I got car seats. I got synthetic leather from Amazon, like $200 to install. It's nice. It's just to protect my seats in case people throw up.
Yeah.
I've had those incidents, you know, and people say, "Oh, how do you deal with people throwing up in your car?" I was like, it sucked that it happened, but you know, Uber pays for it. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
there's a cleaning fee, but hey, you know, next time, now I know you got to gauge your passengers, and also
Yep.
keep your car clean too, because everyone's, wow, your car's so clean, it smells good. You know what happens? They tip me. Keep it clean
Yep.
and smile.
Yeah, smile. Yeah, man, people love getting to a clean car, and you know, and if you do drive at nighttime, you meant seat covers, right? Because you said
Seat
I got
covers,
car
yep.
seats. I'm
Oh,
about to say,
absolutely.
you drive around with car seats? Like, damn, you got the baby seats for people?
Nah.
I'm like, shit, you provide real good customer service. He drive around. He just went to go
seat
buy.
covers.
Right, went to Toys R Us and go get the seats, the car seats for the passengers. Yeah, get your seat covers, and you know, because I keep like a blanket over mine, just because you never know, man. You know, people, they'll get coffee and chips, and they'll eat, and they'll just spill stuff.
Right.
Man,
Disrespectful.
dogs. I had a lady dog throw up on her. I'm like, damn.
Really?
So, yeah. So like, you never know exactly what's going to happen. So, you know, just be prepared and keep cleaning supplies, and, you know, get out there and get your money. There's no need to be fearful and scared. And, you know, because that fear is, one is irrational, and two is holding you back from your growth. You could be out here growing mentally. That's the most important thing. And the money's going to be the byproduct of your mental growth. It's that simple.
Absolutely. And I think, what you just said about people being uncomfortable. People are scared to have random people go into their cars.
Yeah.
But it's like, once you get your reps in, you get used to it, you know?
Right.
And you know, like, a whole nother mindset growth is like, you want to be uncomfortable. That's how you grow. You can't grow being comfortable.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, man, people say that dumb shit. Oh, I want random people in my car, but you will go out to a random club or a bar and there's random people there. So, and y'all would talk to them, you sit by them. It's the exact same thing, man. Well, I ain't gonna say it's the exact same thing, but you get the point. So it's just more so like perspective. You know, a lot of stuff that's negative that you see, you know, on the internet, like videos, you know, people get robbed and stuff like that. I mean, it's definitely unfortunate, but honestly, man, you could be robbed just on the street. People get robbed out here all the time. They overdrive Uber and Lyft. I pick people up all the time who get robbed out here in Oakland. So,
yeah,
you know,
and out in Boston, like, there's nice areas and there's definitely like rough areas and rough neighborhoods. When you go into those areas, like, you know, gauge the person, make sure your car's locked, roll down the window,
good.
Ask him, hey, what's your name?
Yep.
It's so simple. It's so simple.
Exactly. Do it. Yeah, stereotype, man. If they look sketchy, hey, don't feel bad. Hey, your life is at risk, or you definitely have to stereotype them. If they look like they shady, like he said, make sure your windows is your doors is locked. So I know I have to a lot of times manually, you know, lock mines, because unless I put my car in park, when I drop them off, then put it back in drive and drive off, that's when it automatically lock. But if I unlock it, you know, while the car's still in drive, I have to manually lock it back again. So if at nighttime, always make sure your car's locked, and, you know, roll down your window to confirm who it is before they even get in the car.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's a pro tip right there, man. And you know, one last thing before we get up out of here. For the people, I think I don't think I know. You're the second person so far in 2024 to come on and, you know, make 2 racks a week, and it's going to continue to go from here, because, you know, things are picking up. People are getting their confidence back. People going back to work. Blah blah blah. So for the people who have not made $2,000 yet, who are existing drivers, and the new people that's going to be looking to get into this, what type of advice would you have for them?
Give it a shot.
Okay.
Just try it out, and just do it. That's my advice.
Yeah.
Straight up, just do
simple.
it. Find for yourself we're out here killing it with 2 racks. And if you don't want 2 racks, stay
I don't know
home.
what you want. Yeah, stay home. Stay home. Or go back, to a job, man, because maybe it's not for you, man.
Yeah.
And I don't want people who have a mediocre or loser mindset to really watch my channel. I want people who want to get to the top, man, who want to be in the top, 1% of the population of successful people, because that's what it's about. It's like, dang, life is a journey. It should be enjoyable. You should want to achieve stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want to achieve, go to somebody else channel and troll them, and y'all can complain and powwow and kumbaya together. But for the people who are new, who haven't drove and haven't had too much experience, I'm pretty sure right now that you're in a phase of checking out content online, seeing who got the best strategy, seeing who's the most consistent, seeing how much money you can make, and that's pretty good. You should be doing that. But
and I would say the advice would be like, try to accept every single ride, work for 6 days straight, and then 1 day to recharge. Just accept every ride just to gauge what's your market. Okay, so I'm netting 1,200 in 6 days. All right. So now I know the busy times, the slow times, and then your second week, try to aim for 1,500. Then once you get to 1,500, then have your goal to get to 1,750 step by step, and then you get to your 2,000.
Exactly, man.
And do your push-ups.
Yeah, do the push-ups and work out, because that working out, man, it would release dopamine. It'll make you feel good about yourself.
Absolutely.
Because it's all part of the process.
Go on Ronnie's channel and play, your YouTube channels. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's what I do in between time too. If there's like a 10-minute gap, I'm on YouTube. I'm listening to podcasts.
Right.
I'm listening to other business people, mindset. You know what I'm saying? So tap into that, because like that's that extra, learning. You're compounding your learning abilities.
Absolutely. That's another good point, man. Develop your your mindset and your mind while you're doing this. And for the people who haven't made 2 racks, regardless if you're new or you've been doing this for a while, it's easier than what you think. Listen clear, ladies and gentlemen. Stop listening to all the negativity, all the losers. You have no time. It's not going to benefit you at all for focusing on all this extra dumb shit. What you get per mile, depreciation, taxes, don't worry about none of that. You need the money. That's what you need. Your worry, your concerns, what you get paid per mile, averaging 60 cents per mile, $1 per mile, that doesn't pay the bills. So what you need to do is focus on making the money. Everything else will take care of itself. So if you haven't made 2 racks a week, let's break it down. $2,000 in 7 days is $285 and 71 cents. So we could just say $286, whatever. You get 12 hours a day to do it. So that's really $23.80 per hour that you have to average. So $23. A lot of people complain that you can average $23, trust me. Especially if you start, early enough where it's surging and you take advantage of that. When people are actually commuting, going to work, getting off work, if you start doing the hot times, you should be able to make $23 an hour. It's not hard. If you cannot make $286 in a day, I don't know what to tell you. And don't come, well, it's just dependent on market. No shit. Everybody knows that. Stop saying, then the stuff that's irrelevant and inevitable. Like, okay, we know it depends on market, but we had so many markets, and especially like in urban cities, that come on that say that they made 2 racks. So if you in a city where there's sports teams, there's conferences, conventions, concerts, bars, nightlife, and stuff going on, you should be able to make 2 racks a week. Y'all have to keep in mind, man. Most people, they're going to go out. This is like the modern day crack. They have to get places. People have to be distracted. They are miserable at life. They're going to work Monday through Friday, And even when they get off work, they're going to go to dinner. They're going to go out to eat. Valentine's Day coming up. People going to be getting gifts. They're going out, going to restaurants. Take advantage of that, man. You know, nightlife and the weekends, that's what people going to make their moves. Enjoy, take advantage, get your money, you know, get an early start so it don't seem like your day is as long. Because trust me, from a psychological aspect, if you start at 5, 6 in the morning, it'll be a lot easier for you to execute throughout the day because psychologically, you know your day is going to end right when everybody getting off. You have time to wind down or, like y'all say, watch my shows or play your video games or, you know, whatever you like to do, man.
Facts. Early birds get the worm.
Absolutely, man. Early birds get the worm, and we're going to get it over here. And, just to recap, $2,000, 7 days, $286. We rounding it up. And, you know, 12 hours, you got to average pretty much $24. We just round up to $24. So you could definitely do it, man. The choice is how bad you want it. And if you really do want it, or you want to let everybody else thoughts and mindset dictate your future, I mean, you can more than welcome to do it. So the choice is yours, man. Any last words before we get up out of here?
I want to say thank you, Ronnie, for putting me on your show. Definitely, a lot of respect, and for all the people, for all the doubters, and all the people that do Uber, you can do it.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
can do it. That's all I'm saying. You can do it.
Yeah, at this point, you shouldn't even doubt. If you have this, you just in denial, you're an idiot. If you deny at this point, because we getting close to 100 people coming on. We're definitely gonna hit over 100 this year. So if you deny any of this, if you doubt any of this, hey, that's a you problem at this point because it's been going on for, let me see, I think I started in 2021. No, I started in 2022, So it's going on 2 years. Like, so 2 years, man. So choice is yours, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have another winner of the 2 racks a week challenge, man. And shout out to Boston. We get it in. Second one of 2024. Let's keep it going. See y'all next time. Ronnie Speed, over and out. Makes it 2 racks a week. Holla back. Drum roll. Guitar. Violin. Ronnie Speed, over and out. Holla back. Peace.
2 racks a week. Ronnie Speed. Yeah, Ronnie Speed. 60 hours.